You're looking at some bells that were just ringing moments ago here in this park that I found just off the main street in Napier. Beautiful, beautiful park, and these bells were ringing. They ring every half hour, I believe, from 8 o'clock till 2 o'clock. And they were just ringing just a few minutes ago, as it's just past 2 in the afternoon. So I found my way to this park, and it is just really a beautiful park. It has pathways that lead up to a fountain in the center that are just lined with beautiful flowers, and there's palm trees everywhere, and people are just enjoying this what is now an autumn day. So summer in New Zealand has come and gone, and we are now, this is the first day of autumn, I would believe. So I'm going to just continue on with the tour of Napier, and it really is a wonderful city. Very, very charming. And just as you come into the park, there's this beautiful fountain, and all throughout Napier you'll see fountains such as this one. Just very, very nice touch to a really scenic town here. Welcome to Napier, New Zealand, and I'm at the intersection of Clive Square East and Emerson Street. And if you look at the font on those street signs, it's indicative of the style of this city, which is Art Deco. And as I was reading up on Napier last night, this town was destroyed by an earthquake in, I think it was 1931, and the style of the day was Art Deco. So when they went to rebuild this city, they did so in all the buildings in an Art Deco style. In part because it was the fashion of the day, and it was also rather inexpensive to do that. So I'm going to spend some time and walk you through the city here, beginning with Emerson Street. Emerson Street is the main street here, and it really is a beautiful city. I've been here for a day, and you can see the palm trees lining the streets, and there's a gentleman that is just up here playing piano on the street. He was here yesterday. I don't know if he is a street performer. I'd imagine that he is. But you can see the style of the building. This building has a date on it of 1934. And people just enjoying a nice day here under real bright blue sky, blue skies. There's a gentleman here playing his piano. I don't know if he brings that piano down every night or not, but who knows. So let's just continue. It's a very artsy town. It's a very, I don't know, I guess the right word would be artsy. So it really is nice. They don't get a lot of, from what I understand, they don't get a lot of rain here, and the winters are rather temperate. There's a beautiful shore, and then all along as you walk, they have these, I would imagine they're benches that are tile decorated. You can see here's one, and there's another one right over there. So I'm just going to continue walking down the street and giving you a good taste of all the architecture here. That's what draws a lot of people to this city from all around the world. They just had their annual Art Deco festival here in Napier last weekend, I believe it was. So just a very, very relaxed atmosphere. I'm going to be here for all of, well, better part of 2 full days. And surrounding Napier is a wonderful wine region all throughout this part of New Zealand. This is called Hawke's Bay, H-A-W-K-E-S, Hawke's Bay. And I think where you're looking on a map, you would see that it's located on the, Napier is located on the southern part of Hawke's Bay. And Hawke's Bay is located on the eastern shore of New Zealand, almost to the bottom. I say the eastern shore. There's two islands here, so the eastern shore of the northern island. So you can see here are some more buildings. This is their main street, and you know, I keep kicking around the thought of leaving the United States and relocating, and this is certainly the type of feel that I'm looking for. But one thing that would be a little bit challenging for me is I want to find a spot where I can just walk down and jump into the ocean and just go swimming, you know. And here it, as I understand it, it's just a little bit too cold for that. So I'm now up at the, well, I don't know what street this is. Dalton Street, which intersects Emerson. So just keep walking down the street here, and then at the end of the street is the ocean. And there's a spa down there called Ocean Spa, which is basically a municipal pool. But I just really love the colors of this city. Really pretty. And the palm trees. You'd almost think that you were in a California beach town, if you will. I didn't think that I was going to make it down to Napier, but as luck would have it, I did make it down here, and I also didn't think that I would stay on a sheep farm of 2,700 acres and some 6,000 sheep with a 78-year-old wonderful woman who calls the man down the hill in the cottage her lover. But I didn't think I'd be going to Wellington either. So life's unexpected pleasures. Here is another building. You can see on the facade of this building it says 1931, which is when they rebuilt. They were in a hurry to rebuild this city, I read. They just wanted to get on with their life after the earthquake pretty much leveled the town. Here's a sculpture, looks like a ice cream cone or something. I have a little bit of familiarity with Art Deco. Some time back I was living in Budapest, Hungary, and I met a woman where I was residing in Budapest, and she owned a furniture store, and it was called Montparnasse, Montparnasse, and I think if you go to montparnasse.co.uk or something like that, you'll see her website, and it's done. I think I did that website in 3 languages. I think I did that website in Magyar, which is Hungarian, and also in what other language? I think I did it in French, and maybe 4 languages: French, German, English, and Hungarian. And I don't speak those languages. I speak English, and the only other language that I was able to pick up over the years was the language of love. And fortunately for me, the language of love is a It's a universal language. It's a language that is understood the world throughout. And if you haven't learned the language of love by now, I certainly would hope that you would make an attempt to. It really is a wonderful language. It just rolls off the tongue so nicely. And then here is my satellite office. I've set up satellite offices all throughout the world. Here is my satellite office in Starbucks. I let them sell coffee out of my office. So now we've walked the length of Emerson, and we're coming down here to the waterfront. And there are, throughout the city, you will see various war memorials to those that fell in World War I, World War II. Here is a war memorial here. I believe that's a war memorial. Okay, so then right across the water is a beautiful waterfront. Right across the street, I should say, is a beautiful waterfront. And I'm just going to continue the video as I walk through here and give you a complete tour of Napier. And then down on the end you can see they have looks like a concert hall. And I'm going to walk through this park right here, if only to show you the fountain that's on the other end of the park, or maybe I'll just be able to zoom in on the fountain from here and give you the same view as if I were to walk down. This video's been rolling now for 11 minutes, and I haven't been able to shut up. So here is another park. You see some group of younger adults sitting there enjoying the afternoon. The water looks beautiful, but from what I understand, the currents are too strong to actually swim. And I'd imagine the water's probably pretty cold too. But I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, and he was telling me that there's several beaches, I should say, along Hawke's Bay that accommodates swimming. So we're almost to the fountain, and as I come up to the fountain and I just pan over here, you'll see some buildings. That's a conservation house. I think that's one of the tourist attractions in Napier. And there is a outlook. The name forsakes me at the moment, but there is an outlook that you can drive up. I imagine you could walk up there as well and take a nice view of the city and surrounding oceanside. So here is the fountain, and just a little bit further on is the ocean spa. So I'll give you a nice view of the fountain. I was here last night and they were actually lighting this fountain up. It's called the Tom Parker Fountain, 1935. Not sure who Tom Parker was. But I'll also show you, turn around, there's a nice home over here. And then up along the hills, you'll see there are some nice homes up there, I'm sure, with $1 million views to match their $1 million price tag. So let's find our way down to the beach. You are looking at a statue to Pania of the Reef. An old Maori legend tells how Pania, lured by the siren voices of the sea people, swam out to meet them. When she endeavored to return to her lover, she was transformed into the reef, which now lies beneath the Napier breakwater. So, quite attractive, Pania. I can imagine her lover was quite disappointed when she didn't return. And just on the other side of the monument to Pania, where she lies at rest, there out under the breakwater, you find yourself to the ocean front. And not a lot of people out here at the moment, but you can see a nice walkway that comes along the water here. I'm imagine that a lot of people use this for walking and cycling and who knows, maybe rollerblading or what have you. Reminds me of Santa Barbara. This town actually reminds me a little bit of Santa Barbara with the artsy mix and the colorful buildings and the shoreline. Although over there you would have the easier ability to just swim and enjoy the water. But nonetheless, this is still beautiful. You're looking at a fountain just outside the information center here in Napier. And as I do in many destinations such as this, I'll go in and kind of look around the information center for ideas of what I might want to see. And here you're seeing a map on the side of the wall of Hawke's Bay Trails. There's a landscape ride and a wineries ride and a water ride that you can take here. And on the wall there's a quote that says, "White waves upon the ocean will beat a path to where I roam. For in my heart there is a presence, and I will call that presence home." Darren John Murphy, 1970. So let's go on inside and take a look in the visitor center and see what all they have in here. There's a picture up on the wall of the earthquake, 1931. I'm just gonna walk through. There's a gift shop that you can pick up some souvenirs of your visit here to New Zealand and Napier. Haven't really bought many souvenirs on this trip. Not to say that I won't pick up something, but who knows? Maybe at the airport, I'll grab something on my way out of New Zealand, which will be a week from Tuesday, as I venture over to New Zealand's big brother, also known as Australia. And just up from the visitor center is yet another park with beautiful fountain and gorgeous flowers. And I even see a water wheel over in the distance there. Really a nice afternoon. And I've spent most of the day working today, but I didn't want to let the opportunity pass to take an hour and just walk through the town and put a video online for anybody thinking of coming to Napier that might want to actually get a good feel for what the city is like. Well, look what I found. This is a park right up on the water called Skate Zone. And tell me something, when these kids are asked when they're older if they had a good childhood, what do you think they'll say? I bet Todd's out there watching this right now. For those of you who don't know Todd, Todd's a great guy, avid follower of mine in Maryland. And he's probably thinking, give me some of that. You know? Todd, you'd be all over this place, wouldn't you? So, whoa. It's a nice little spot right over here. Never really learned how to do this kind of stuff. Gave it a shot, I remember, but growing up back in Euclid, Ohio, Lucy LaValle always kicked my ass at stuff like this. She kicked my ass at basketball, kicked my ass at football, kicked my ass at Nerf ball, kicked my ass at just about everything. So there you have Skate Zone in Napier, New Zealand. Alright, with Skate Zone out of the way, I thought I'd choose this as a good spot to end the tour of Napier. At least downtown Napier, that is. There may be some other sites I care to share before I leave. But you can get a good feel of what Napier, New Zealand is like. It really is a nice town. You are looking at a view from Bluff Hill Lookout here in Napier, New Zealand. And it is just really a spectacular view. You can see the port down here, and look what they're shipping out. They're shipping out lots of lumber. Not sure where all that lumber is headed, but you can see just stacked up there like matchsticks. And then if I come out over here, you'll see a very large cruise ship in dock, P&O cruise ship. Really a surprise for me to come here to Napier. Pleasant surprise. It really is a beautiful place. I was just actually driving through some neighborhoods, getting a feel for some of the real estate here. Let's go take a look at the other side of this lookout. Alright, just around the corner you'll see this view. Really a beautiful coastline. This area is called Hawke's Bay, H-A-W-K-E-S. Hawke's Bay, and from what I understand, there's not a lot of swimming at the beach here. I think it's a little bit too, maybe there's an undertow or something, but there are some beautiful beaches around Hawke's Bay. You can actually, if I pan over, you'll actually get a good look of Hawke's Bay right there. Alright, I found my way to the entrance of the Ocean Spa, and this is a spa right on the water, and it's like a municipal water complex, if you will. It's not that expensive. It's all of $10 to go in. I would believe that's for the day. So converting that to U.S. currency, it's probably about $8, $9. And interestingly enough, right across from the spa is this hotel that I was looking at staying in. Beautiful, nice hotel with nice rooms facing the water. But speaking of water, let's get wet. Alright, so I'm all ready to get wet. I found my way in, and you can see they've got quite a few pools here. And the gentleman at the desk, he was explaining to me that the cost for the pool, well, it cost me $10.50 to come in here. And in addition to having the pools, they have a nice health fitness club. So they have memberships where you can do a 6-month contract that would cost you roughly about $88, $22 per week. So it would cost you roughly about $88. About, I'd say probably about 65 US dollars per month, and you would have access to the fitness club and to the pool. So here's your pool here, and then right up here you've got two jacuzzis. The one on the left has the jets and the bubbles, and the one on the right is just no jets or bubbles. And it's 38. I think the pools are 38, or the jacuzzis are 38 degrees Celsius. So you can figure out the temperature Fahrenheit, and come up here, and you're going to see got a nice lap pool over here. And if you want to come in and just use the gym and the pool for a day, it'll cost you $20. So there's your pool and your ocean spa.